ding, 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 ding.
There it is. Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I'm your host, John Harris. Squeaking around here somewhere is my right-hand man, Gabriel. You want to pop?
Ding.
They can't see you. You got to pop into the frame. There we go. There he is.
I'm a ding, ding.
Today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have Art of Shock, and they are back because Art, we had you on earlier this year chatting about the album Dark Angelus. That was episode 630, March 24th. And then now we've got you guys on because you're releasing a Christmas single, a King Diamond cover called No Presents for Christmas, being released on December 4th via Century Media Records. So it'll be a great time to catch up with you, see how you've been, as well as chatting about this track. So Art, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely great to have you on. And one of the things you said, a couple things, was, you were on earlier in the year. So much and so little have both happened at the same time. And the apocalypse is boring. It's filled with memes. That's all we did. We'll tell our grandkids.
Instead of zombies, we got memes.
Exactly. So take us through this year, releasing Dark Angelus at the beginning of the year. Obviously, there were a lot of plans. Remember, we were chatting about some touring and whatnot. I'm speculating, which never happened.
Obviously, I didn't.
So, without being a downer, I guess, what did you guys do with this year? How did you turn this year around for yourselves? Was it possible?
Yep. In the beginning, we felt it was like the right decision, obviously, like everybody else. You don't want to expose everybody and help this pandemic spread, right? So it's just obviously a no-brainer. Let's cancel everything. But eventually, like 3 months in, it starts kind of messing with your mind a little bit. Because for the first 3 months, we didn't do anything, basically. We stayed at home, just watching TV, playing video games, eating, just getting fat. It got to that point where it was kind of depressing. So we decided to go back to the studio and start writing for a new album. And that's what we've been doing.
Okay. Now, where you're at, can you guys get together to a studio, or how does that whole thing work?
So the good thing, I don't know if I told you, Nick, the guitar player, Adrian, the drummer, and I, we live together.
Okay.
So that's kind of an easy situation.
Yeah.
Once we had some, social distancing rules set up and everything, we could get together with Bryce too. So we started practicing once a week, and it's been good.
Okay. Is that where you're at right now? Is in the studio?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that where the magic happened? Those are the drums on the record. That's the Marshall on the record?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy just got this drum kit, beautiful drum kit, for the tour.
I
Yes,
know.
cool.
Now, you mentioned first 3 months you guys were doing nothing, playing video games, getting fat.
Yeah, I do play video games.
What was your guys' video game of choice, and what was the food item of choice where you're like, man, I'm getting fat?
Well, I started for the first time. I had time to play The Witcher 3.
Mm-hmm.
Before that's a really long game with lots of details, and I never had time to play it.
Yeah.
I was like I always were like, dude, I have to play that game, but I don't have the time. I don't have 300 hours to play that game. So it just destiny made it happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing The Witcher and drinking beer mostly.
Okay. That'll do it. That'll get you fat. What's your beer of choice?
I drink Bud Light.
Okay.
I like drinking. I don't like getting drunk.
Okay. I could see that. It's a good way to be. Now, so you guys went into the studio, started writing some new material. I'm guessing that's slated for a later release, or was No Presents for Christmas a part of that studio time?
No, we actually recorded No Presents during the sessions of Dark Angelus.
Okay. For
a different project that never happened. So it was in the can. And, we thought what better time to release it when nothing's happening.
Exactly. Now, take us through this track. You said it was for another project. Of all the, I guess, Christmas songs in the world, I guess maybe because King Diamond did it, it was already pretty metal. But why this track?
I mean, how many rock and roll Christmas songs, originals, do you know that are good?
I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know.
right?
Yeah.
I would say No Presents, the AC/DC song, which was Mistress for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And Fear, Fuck Christmas, right? Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
So that's all I can think about, literally. So I mean, so very it's not too hard for us, like the metal song is a King Diamond song, so we went for that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like the last one I heard in the car was I think like a Justin Bieber Christmas song. So that one's like stuck in my head. And I'm thinking, I don't know. You guys could do like a thrash metal cover of Justin Bieber or something.
That'd be funny.
Perfect. Now, being released for Christmas, have you guys done something for any kind of holiday before? Or is this the first time you guys are releasing a track? Like in this case, for Christmas, is this the first time you guys are doing this?
Yeah, this is the first time. I guess every other uh, person in the metal band that I know always wanted to do that. I was like, we should do No Presents because it's a fun song. Very tongue in cheek. It's just about having a good time. So yeah, this is probably the first and last time that we're gonna do that. Who knows?
Well, I was gonna ask, has this changed your guys' feelings at all about, I don't know, releasing stuff pertinent to Christmas? Is there gonna be something done, every year now? But it sounds like you might not be.
No, I guess you have to have a good song, right, to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
just to make it a stick, like that guy from Twisted Sister, Dee Snider, right?
Yeah. Now, what was it like recording a Christmas song? I've heard that's always an interesting experience because it obviously wasn't probably anywhere near Christmas when you guys recorded it.
Oh,
You
it was
know.
during the summer, actually.
So what was that?
Everybody records their Christmas songs during the summer, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I have friends who do studio stuff, and they usually hate like July, August time because a lot of people are coming in doing Christmas songs, and it's not even Christmas time yet. What was it like doing a Christmas song, recording it in the middle of July or the summer or whatever?
I mean, it's a rock and roll metal song, right? So it didn't feel any different, other than the super funny lyrics.
This is very true. Now, something else to chat about, I guess, is with regard to that is, speaking of Christmas and songs, one of the things that was brought across my desk was if you guys have any holiday traditions or holiday plans that you'll be carrying on during this time, and some that maybe are different during the pandemic.
I mean, it's gonna be pandemic mode, like most people, Small dinner just with the family, with the people that we live together with, Nick, my brother, and it's gonna be small, Our tradition is to listen to rock and roll and drink.
Exactly. Well, rocking to No Presents for Christmas. Cool. One of my questions, I guess, now that it's been a year later, Dark Angelus. When we were first chatting, I don't think it had been released yet, so it was really exciting time. Now we can chat 9 months later. How has the album been received, and how do you feel about it now?
Well, I really like it. The reception was really good, really small though, because we weren't able to promote it. Like the biggest marketing tool in metal is obviously, going to play this album for people, right, on a stage. So, but regardless, we had a very good reception. We made some fans, and let's see. We're gonna have to promote it somewhere, one way or another, next year.
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys do anything like live streams or anything like that for the record this year?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Something in the plans, maybe?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. What can you tell us, if anything, about the new material that you guys have been working on? Is it similar to Dark Angelus?
Some of it is, but since we figured that we have like time,
Mm-hmm.
we have the privilege of time right now, so we started, trying to work with different textures and atmospheres and lyrical themes, and try to be free for the moment, and let's see what works and what doesn't later.
Yeah. You mentioned
Yeah.
You mentioned something there, luxury of time. So, my question was going to be then, what have you not had time to take advantage of before in the writing of a record that you're going to do now, and it sounded like some atmospheres and some textures. Well, I guess without sounding spacey, what does that mean? Is there more keyboards on the record?
No, I'm talking about more like different intensities. Working with different tunings, different layers of harmonies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Using different textures with the vocals.
Okay. Very cool. Lots of layers. Thematically, is anything coming up as a theme for the record yet?
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I think all the records are going to be about the same thing next year.
I can't imagine what that would be. Well, I guess after people don't receive any presents for Christmas, they're going to be pretty upset.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a killer fun song. You mentioned the lyrics are fun. Is there anything in particular about the lyrics? Like, do you have like a favorite lyric line from the track?
Well, I love that part about Tom and Jerry drinking sherry.
Yeah,
Drunk.
I can go for some.
Who thinks about that? That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go for some sherry right about now. I should go to get some sherry or some port or something. Are you into sherry or port yourself?
Not really. It's too sweet for me.
Okay, I could see that. My wife hates it. She drinks it. She's like, I don't know how you like this stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know either because it's pretty sweet, but I dig it. Cool. And as far as COVID is concerned, you guys have been safe. You guys have been okay. No contracting of COVID from you guys.
Luckily, yeah, in our little community, right? Because we have lots of friends and family members that have gone through it. Has been terrible, but we've been lucky so far. We've been really careful too.
Yeah. Well, excellent to hear that you guys are safe. You're doing well, and the record has been good. Obviously, getting back to the touring thing next year, hopefully. Got this track, No Presents for Christmas. Got some of what's your favorite holiday tradition that you guys do, I guess, that you'll still be able to do? Do you guys have a particular meal that you guys make when you're going to sit down and eat?
Well, we do have we have a thing that's called the Feast of the Seven Seas. Where we on Christmas Day we literally find like every type of fish and mollusk that we can find, make a big feast out of it. Yeah. So that would be one tradition. So it's like all on the table. We just it's like kind of a finger food. Mm-hmm. We can just drink, hang out, and have a little nibble here and there.
Yeah. Cool. Do you guys have like a tradition of going down to like a fishmonger or something like that to pick those up?
Yeah, we used to. We're going to have to work with what we have now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been ordering some stuff.
Cool. All right. Sweet. So we chatted about No Presents for Christmas. We chatted about the album Dark Angelus and how that's been received. Is there anything that you wanted to chat about that I did not bring up, Art?
No, we talked about Dark Angelus, No Presents, the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have going on?
What else is there to chat about these days? New album, which is exciting. You guys are doing some studio stuff, which is exciting. Same production team, like producer, mix engineer, that kind of thing?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We're just at the early stages, we're coming up with ideas.
Okay.
Like ideas like as in a little song, with just a verse and a chorus and a riff, that kind of stuff. And we have plenty of those.
Okay.
To choose. And then we get arrangement phase, right? And after that, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your guys' process then when you do that? How do you know when it's time to start looking for a producer or to start showing some of what you've got going on to a producer?
Well, I guess when you have a solid set of songs, right, that you really like. In this case, which it has been a different process, I don't know when to stop, right? When it's time to choose the songs that are going to be on the album. That would be the difference.
Very true, because if you've got all the time in the world with no deadline, then it could be forever. All right.
Ding, ding.
Perfect. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, we chatted about No Presents for Christmas, Dark Angelus, the pandemic, some holiday traditions. I think we covered everything, Art.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Very cool. All right. Well, we'll make sure this gets aired in time for Christmas. So everybody out there on the rock metal land, Merry Christmas. And Art, Merry Christmas to you and to your family. And
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else that you wanted to chat about, I just wanted to thank you for coming back on to the Rock Metal Podcast.
No, thank you, brother. And well, everybody go check the song. Yeah, it's funny. We had a lot of fun doing it. We'll hope you like it.
Awesome. Go ahead and hit stop, please, sweetie.